Okay, I thought I'd take the Arrows T-33 50mm EDF jet back out and try to get some more flights on it. I only have a handful of flights on this jet so far, and it has resulted in 3 separate repairs that were required. During the review, I stated that I felt that this EDF jet was a pass, that there were better options out there, and I still feel this way. I did make some changes to it. I removed the stock 30 amp ESC and I replaced it with a Hobbywing Skywalker 50 amp ESC. Is rated for 2S to 4S, or 2S to 6S. So we're going to be running this on full 4S power. I'm going to fly it with a Nano-Tech 4S 1600 mAh 70C LiPo. And then I'm going to fly it with a Nano-Tech 4S 1800 mAh 35C LiPo. I have used both of those in the Viper, and it has flown just fine at that weight. Now the T-33 airframe is heavier than the Viper airframe, so we'll have to see how that works out. I cobbled together some landing skids last night so that I could put it in the air this morning. I don't know how robust they're going to be. They might fold on the first landing, but we're going to test that out and see. Hopefully it'll hold up long enough for me to get a couple of flights on this jet. But you know, I'm just really disappointed that I don't have more flights on this T-33, and the fact that they just haven't been very good. So we'll see how well it performs with full 4S power, because on 3S I just felt it definitely, to me, it didn't feel like it had adequate power. So anyway, let's take it out to the field and launch it, and see if we can get a couple of successful launches, flights, and landings on it. I'll see you out in the field.
Alright, I have the 4S 1800 mAh in it this time. And I increased the dual rate on the elevator from 90% to 100%. I felt like I didn't have a lot in reserve, so let's see, where's the wind coming from? That direction. Alright, launching. Ooh, I gave it a little more angle that time, because last time it wanted to dip down on me, and it acted like it wanted to stall right there on launch. Good thing I had it in safe mode when I launched it. We're still in safe mode right now. Okay, now we're in manual mode. And I set my timer with this LiPo for 5 minutes. This T-33 just feels like it does not like to fly slowly. You know, it gets a little wing wag out of it when you try to fly it slowly. And if you watch my review, you've seen the stall tendencies on it. They're not good. Seems to break right a little bit out of that loop. Ooh. Well, that wasn't very clean. I'm a little nervous with this one. Maybe we can get a little tighter turns out of it. felt like I had pretty good elevator on that. I'm keeping a little altitude with this one because I have had so many problems with it so far. A little lower, a little lower. It'll perform a pretty decent loop, but even on 4S, at this weight, it definitely does not have the power of the other EDF jets that I've been running on full 4S power. It just doesn't. I think maybe this one should have had a 64mm EDF in it. Alright, we're going to clear that direction. I'm starting to get my haptic. Put it back into safe mode. And we're clearing that direction. Let's see if my landing skill holds up on it. Oh, it did, and that was a hard landing. And that was in, guys, that was in safe mode. Well, it looks like it folded up a bit. Oh, now the other one came loose. Oh, all three of them came loose. All right, well, I think 2 flights on this jet is all I'm going to get this morning. I'm going to have to, now that I know it will fly on a 4S LIPO, it's definitely not, it's still definitely not a stellar EDF jet, but I may keep it as a practice jet. So now that I know that at least I can get some decent flights out of it now, I will go ahead and fabricate some more robust landing skids for it. But I do like having that height off of the ground with it. It seems like it makes it a little bit easier to land. It probably, you know, cushions it a little bit more with those zip ties being that tall, you know. Gives it just a slight amount of cushion so it's not bouncing so much. So anyway, I'm more pleased with the results on 4S than definitely I was on 3S. The CG, the balance, the control surface movement, everything feels pretty good on it. I think I've got it dialed in about as good as I can get it. I do like it better with the 4S 1600 milliamp hour LiPo than the 1800. It feels like it's just a little too heavy at my altitude with the 4S 1800. I'll continue to fly it with those LiPos, but I like the feel of it with the 1600 much better, especially coming out of dive. Kind of wanted to dip down on me there, didn't it? I've got my timer set for 4 minutes. Okay, let's come back through here and then we'll put it in manual mode. A little altitude. Okay, we should be in manual mode now. Alright, it has been a long time since I've had this one in the air. Alright, we got a split S out of it. Definitely doesn't seem to have the power that the Viper has because it's heavier. Nice roll rate. Alright, so let's bring it back through here and see if we can do a loop with it. Okay, ready? Now, I did increase my elevator dual rate before I brought it out here. It feels good. Not bad. Definitely much better than on 3S. Landing skids look a little dorky, but and not much I could do about that. Balance seems to be pretty good. I've got my CG moved way forward of where it was specified. I just kept moving it forward and kept moving it forward. Okay, getting my haptic. Let's check our directions. There we go. Alright, I look good in both directions. Put it back into safe mode. Alright, I'm gliding. Ooh, it's a rough one. But let's see. It looks like the skids are still on it. I might get 2 flights out of it today. I think by the time I got it on the ground, let's see here. It looks like 4 minutes and 27 seconds in the throttle. I'd say about 4 minutes and 30 seconds before it touched down. So let's see where we are in this 4S pack. 1600, about 4.5 minutes in the air. 3.7, 3.7, 3.7, 3.7. So not bad. Not as good as on the Viper because it's pushing a more weight. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the air.